There's no better way to bond on a first date than risking getting salmonella or some other foodborne illness. I think it's really a good way to get to know each other. And that's what Michael kind of did on his first date with the girl that he wants to call today. We'll get into that in just a second. But what's up, Michael? How are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good.
He sounds healthy, Jubal.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know how.
I read your email for a second date, and I like your idea of a first date. We'll get into that, like I said, in a second. But first, tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Madeline.
Madeline, all right. And what'd you like about Madeline?
Well, basically, I'd been out with a group of friends, and she was, like, in the group of friends. We didn't really talk too much, but our mutual friend was telling me that she thought I was cute, and I thought she was pretty cute. So I got her number from the mutual friend and texted her, and a few days later we set up a date.
So what you liked about her is that she liked you first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She thought I was hot.
I mean, it's a good start. It's a good start.
It is.
Yeah.
Totally.
Your idea for a date was interesting. How did you decide to do I mean, first of all, tell everybody what it is, and then how did you decide to do it?
Well, I was kind of tired of just, the old dinner and a movie type thing. I wanted an experience, so I went and looked for the lowest rated restaurant I could find in the area on Yelp.
What? Why?
That's a terrible strategy.
Well, I mean, we were talking and we decided that, like, the traditional, like, nice dinners, 5-star restaurants, well, one, they're crazy expensive, but two, they're kind of boring. Like, you go to enough of those dates and they all kind of blend together, and wanted to try something new. And,
Anybody can try to have like a great meal on a first date, but nobody really tries to have a crappy meal. And I like that. I like that idea.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was searching and searching on Yelp for like at least an hour.
Oh, man.
And I found this like hole-in-a-wall Italian place like way on the outskirts of town. Like I'd never even been to this area before, but it had like 1.5 stars and just no good reviews on the entire thing. So
Oh, that's so bad.
And did it deliver on its promise?
yeah, it really did.
So what happened when you showed up at this horrible restaurant?
Well, first off, we almost didn't show up because it's like not advertised on the street at all. Like we drove past it like 5 or 6 times, just like trying to find this location.
Oh, I hate that. Like, GPS says it's right here.
Yeah, like we would pass by it and the GPS would say, "You're here," and then stop GPSing, and so we would just have to reset that.
You're like, it's actually
that's the
literally this
worst.
dumpster that we're standing in front
It
of.
is this hole in this wall.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm guessing since this was such a horribly rated restaurant on Yelp, there wasn't a long wait for you guys to get a table?
No, we walked in when we finally found the place, and there was literally nobody there. There wasn't like a host or anybody in the actual place. And eventually a guy from the back walked out, and first off, he was like really uneasy. He was like, "Oh, are you guys the cops?"
What?
And we're like,
Oh,
"No, we aren't the cops."
This is actually pretty exciting.
This is great.
Yeah.
That's a normal question whenever you walk into a restaurant, I think.
Then he patted you down to see if you were wired.
No. But then he was like, "Are you from the health department?" Which is
Jeez.
kind of got us a little freaked out about whether or not this food was okay.
And you still decided to eat there.
Well, we were committed at this point. Like, we'd been talking about it, so we had to. But we were like, "No, we're not from the health department." And after that, he, like, really perked up. And all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh, yeah, well, come on. Let me get you something."
Okay, there you go.
But then we're sitting there, and we're looking for what food we want to get. And we mentioned that it's our first date. And so he takes our menus and goes, "Oh, I got the perfect thing."
Oh, no.
That
Chef's
means
kiss.
I got whatever's left in the freezer from whoever hasn't
Yeah.
been here in so long.
Yeah, so we're sitting there for like a few minutes just wondering what it could be. And he just comes out with a big bowl of spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh.
And that's it. That was his big surprise, spaghetti and
Yeah,
meatballs.
that was
This is a
the big
specialty.
special thing. Apparently he's like proud of the meatballs, like it's some family recipe or something like that, but they were pretty run-of-the-mill. So,
The heat up ones, the frozen meatballs.
Oh, man.
so he actually sits down with us at the table.
What?
So kind of the rest of the meal is us talking to him.
That's got to be nice on your first date, getting to know this weird
God,
restaurant
He
owner.
sounds so happy to just have
God,
someone
he
around.
needs to be socialized more, I think.
Yeah.
So was she into it or was she annoyed by the end?
I mean, I was taking it all in pretty good humor, and I felt like she was laughing along pretty well, but I am calling you guys, so
Yeah.
I mean, something went wrong.
Did you get a kiss at the end of the evening, or?
No, there wasn't really an opportunity to be very romantic, but it felt like we had fun. I thought it was worth continuing getting to know each other, but
Okay.
maybe I'm wrong. I guess hasn't really been responding to anything.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date, all right?
All right.
All right, hang on. If you're just tuning in for today's second date, Michael is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl named Madeline. They actually had one of the worst first dates ever, but on purpose. It wasn't a bad thing. They decided, as a joke, they would find the worst rated restaurant on Yelp and go eat there, and they did, and it was a really weird experience. And then they went to a dive bar after, and he can't figure out why he's not getting a call back. All right, Michael, we're about to dial her phone number. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. I'm a bit nervous, but excited.
And you thought that like maybe the date ended up just being a little bit too much for her?
I think so. I can't imagine anything else. I'm afraid I freaked her out, but I remember she was the one who first expressed interest in me, so I'm really in the dark here.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't think maybe she got food poisoning and died, do you?
Died?
Oh, I hope not.
Well, she's not calling you back. That's the only thing I can think of is she's got to be dead.
The
That's what I
restaurant
always
had
think, though.
1.5 stars, not 0 stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go, Michael.
All right.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Madeline, please?
this is she.
Hey, Madeline, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think I made my payment this month already.
What?
Are you sure? Because I'm checking my records and I don't see a payment made.
I mailed it like 2 days ago.
No.
I'm not a bill collector or anything else. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh.
You have some
Yeah.
you have some weird bills, Madeline.
I'm sorry. I get lots of weird phone calls.
But if you'd like to submit a payment to me, I would be more than willing to give you my information and you can send a check.
No, I give away too much money as it is. So what's up?
I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And Michael actually sent us an email wondering if we could get you on the phone and ask why you're not calling him back.
Michael?
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy sigh there, Madeline.
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated with Michael at the moment.
Oh.
Really? Can you tell us why?
Well, it was just one of the most frustrating dates ever.
Frustrating?
Yes, frustrating. I don't know how else to describe it. Frustrating.
He said you guys laughed, you had fun, you connected.
Yeah, I really didn't have the opportunity to connect with him because I was like panicking the whole time.
You were panicking?
Yes.
Why?
Why were you panicking?
So I don't know what he told you, but we went to this restaurant like way on the other side of town, which meant we were in the car for like 45 minutes each way.
Okay.
And I think you can tell a lot about a person by the way they drive. And Michael is not a very good driver. Like, probably one of the worst drivers I have ever ridden with. Like,
Whoa, really?
not road rage. Like, I don't mean that,
What did he...
Yeah, like what?
He's just clueless behind the wheel.
So wait, so he was an aggressive driver?
No, not aggressive. Like, the exact opposite. Not aggressive enough. Like, like jerking on the brakes really hard. Like, I'm like flopping back and forth in the seat when he's braking. Like when we're trying to merge, he slows down instead of speeding up. I swear we almost like hit 3 cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand why you wouldn't want to go out with him again. The people that do that are so obnoxious.
You were actually having road rage while in the car with the driver.
Basically, I was trying to keep myself under control, but like, my foot's like pressed on the floorboard, like I'm the one driving, like, oh my God.
So wait, you liked him outside of that. It's just you can't date somebody who drives like that.
I mean, I liked him when I first kind of met him. We were all kind of hanging out with some friends, but I didn't really get a chance to talk to him. And so on our date, I was so preoccupied, like anxious about getting back in the car with him for another 45 minutes after the meal was over. I couldn't think about anything else, And then, like, I don't know, the restaurant guy sat down at the table and was talking. So, I mean, I have no idea if I like him or not anymore. I'm just, like, so terrified of him driving.
I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to date somebody, you're going to be in the car with them a lot.
No,
I mean,
it doesn't
I guess you
make
could drive all the time.
I don't think it makes sense. It doesn't, like, you really think it reflects who he is as a person.
I don't know. If he's that, like, clueless and unaware, what does that mean about the other areas of his life that are not as important as,
Judgmental.
Good question, Madeline. And we should just ask him because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you. Michael, are you still there?
Yeah, still here.
See?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm genuinely sorry that you were scared, but I don't get how. I mean, I was going slow. I was, checking all my blind spots. I was cautious.
Yeah, that was the problem, Michael. We're going 30 miles an hour on the highway.
Whoa!
Well, what you're not thinking about is I'm also trying to impress you at the same time. Like, my mind is on the road, on my phone, and trying to get to know you. It's a lot of multitasking.
Michael, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I mean, you're how old? You're supposed to be able to handle these things, like have a basic conversation and, drive safely.
I was driving safely. I was going slow because I didn't want to freak you out. I'm shocked.
The irony.
Have you ever been told that you're a bad driver before, Michael?
No, but, I mean, usually I'm driving by myself because, I mean, having a lot of people, it gets pretty distracting.
Barely.
It sounds like you get distracted easily.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but, like, we were driving on new streets, and there was a lot going on that night. I was nervous about the restaurant, too. Like, I think you're holding a lot of things against me that were just a one-time situational thing.
Michael, listen. Don't you remember we got to the restaurant, and I'm like, okay, GPS says we're here. I'm, like, pointing it out. And you're like, no. And I'm like, yes, it's right there. There's a parking spot. And you're like, no, I think we should make the block. I'll be honest with you, Michael. I just really never wanted to hit somebody that much in my life as I wanted to hit you right then.
Gosh.
Okay.
I just wanted to get out of the car, like.
If I had known you were getting violent in your head, then, yeah.
I just can't believe the only thing Michael did wrong was drive.
Yeah, but
Look, I was in the car with him, not you. And when you're in the car for an hour and a half round trip with somebody who's that bad of a driver, you might consider taking your own life too, okay?
Oh my God.
For food
I've-
poisoning
Okay.
at that restaurant.
I feel you on that one, Madeline.
Okay, that's pretty overly dramatic, in my opinion. You're not going to take your own life because you're sitting in a passenger seat of the car with me, okay?
Okay, right, all right. But I'm just trying to make a point. It was terrifying. I mean, I'm still shaken up about it.
Still.
All right, then how about we go on another date and you drive?
oh,
That is a good solution.
Hey, let's see
Yeah,
how you're
Madeline,
driving.
would you like to go out with Michael again for a second date? We will pay for it. Not your gas money, though, but we will pay for it, the date.
I mean, you said yourself that you were so distracted by his driving that you weren't even able to get to know who he was.
That's true. But I'm just thinking about, like, if it were to work out, someday down the line, he's going to be driving, and I just feel like, I don't know, that would just be, I don't know if I can handle it.
Are you serious?
So you won't go out with him again in case you ever have to drive with him.
Madeline, Listen, you guys could become the public transit couple. You could just do Uber everywhere you go. You could just drive literally everywhere you go. That's what I do in my relationship.
Look, his driving just makes me a terrible person, apparently. And I don't want to be that person. So I just don't want to risk it.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Wow. Okay. That's not good.
sorry, man. You know what would make you feel better? Maybe go out for a long, slow drive somewhere.
Very slow.
And just make sure you're not in my neighborhood, okay?
Oh, come on.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know what's more annoying than being just blown off for a date?
What's that?
Somebody constantly scheduling with you and then changing it over and over and over and over again. Because this is like, why can't you just be honest and say, I don't want to go out with you, instead of constantly stringing me along, be like, I can't go out today, but how about like 2 weeks from now? And then you schedule 2 weeks from now. Oh my God, something else came up. That's the issue that Jill is having. Jill is on the phone today for a second date update. She emailed us about a guy named Sam that she met online. Jill, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
So that seems to be the issue, huh? Sam is just kind of stringing you along.
Yeah, he just keeps pushing things further and further away from me, and I just don't understand why.
Okay, well, how did you meet him, first of all?
We met online.
You did.
I thought he was super nice, and we had talked for a few weeks before we actually decided to meet, but we did have, like, good conversation throughout that time.
Was it a dinner and drinks type of situation?
Yeah, it was a dinner date.
Okay.
And he was just super nice and handsome, and I was just, like, really excited about it. But there was, like, a red flag.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
I really thought he was a good guy, so I was giving him every signal I could think of to try and get him to kiss me.
Yeah, you're like touching his arm. You're pushing your boobs together. You're trying to scoot over closer to him.
Yes. You know, the shuffling of the keys at my car door, like everything.
Oh, that's the worst. When you're standing there and just waiting.
Yes, and even more embarrassing is that there was a point where I was literally like inches away from him, like our toes were touching.
Okay, and he just was not getting it.
No. And all he could muster was like, yeah, let's hang out this weekend.
In his defense, maybe he's just a guy that gets nervous in that situation.
Or maybe he doesn't kiss on the first date. There are some guys like that.
That is very rare. Usually guys don't kiss on the first date because they're scared to go in for it. I've been in that situation too, where I can tell a girl wants to kiss you really bad, but still in the back of your head, you're like, no, I don't think she went out. I don't think she enjoyed herself enough to do it. I'm not going to do it. Then the date is over and you're like, damn it, I missed the opportunity. So
Really? I hope that's what happened.
Why
Okay.
didn't you just kiss him, Jill? What kept you from doing that?
I felt like I was trying to make all the moves to get him to know that I was interested. So him, like, not reciprocating in the same way,
Right.
I felt, like, nervous about it because I'm like, I'm not going to just, jump on him because I was giving him all these signals.
do you feel like he didn't want to kiss you?
I don't know. That's what I don't understand. Like, I thought it was a good sign that he said, all right, let's hang out this weekend. So I'm like, okay, so he doesn't not have an interest in me. He does because he wants to see me more.
And anytime you refer to future plans, it's always a good sign.
If we call this guy and get him on the phone and he says, dude, she just was like a close talker, especially at the end of the night, like she was jingling her keys in my face and her breath was just terrible. And I thought about kissing her and she just smells funny. Are you going to be upset?
Of course, but I would at least like to know.
Yeah.
Because he keeps making these future plans, but then they just keep getting pushed like every 3 days. Like the day comes and then he's like, sorry, I forgot about this with work or whatever. Let's hang out a couple days from now. And then that day comes and he's like, you're just going to kill me, but this and this came up.
How many times has he rescheduled?
5 times.
Do you think he's just flaky, or do you think that he's trying to not see you?
I don't know. I usually think that, like, you would just stop responding or send me a text and it just didn't work out or whatever.
Right.
But don't keep rescheduling. and
Yeah.
I just really want help with it because I don't know what went wrong.
I'm a person who overbooks myself, and I always screw somebody in the situation, and it doesn't feel good. So maybe it's just that, he has a couple more priorities over you right now because you've only gone on one date.
Yeah, and I understand that. I just would want to know that that's the truth
Yeah,
and not feel like he's just stringing me along. You know what I mean?
totally.
So you're kind of in that weird limbo spot where you're like, okay, is he really that busy?
Yeah.
Or is he blowing me off?
Exactly.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, and hopefully we can find the answer for you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Jill, you ready to go with your second date update?
Yeah.
Okay, I do have to tell you, unfortunately, I'm going to need to reschedule your second date update for 3 days from now, okay? That's all right.
Don't do that to me.
If you're just tuning in, Jill wants us to call this guy named Sam. They met online, had a nice date. At the end of the date, he kind of chickened out in kissing her. But they made plans to go out again, and he's been blowing her off constantly, just rescheduling the date. He hasn't actually said he doesn't want to see her again. So we're going to give him a call, see if we can get him on the phone, and ask if he's legitimately busy and has to switch the date every time, because he's switching now 5 times. Is that right, Jill?
Yeah, 5.
He switched your date 5 times. So we're going to see if he's actually busy or if he really is just blowing her off. And if he is legitimately busy, you want us to try to nail down a date so you guys can actually go out?
Actually, I just want to find out where he is right now, and then I'll just meet him right now.
That's even a better idea. Like, if we get him on the phone, he's like, no, I'm really busy. I just, dude, stay where you are. I'm going to get her car to come meet you right now.
I like your plan a lot.
Okay, I'm going to call him right now, see if we can get him on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hey, is Sam there?
Yeah, this is he.
Sam, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, hey.
Are you familiar with our show at all?
I mean, kind of.
Okay. Well, I'm calling you because I have something to ask you about. You recently went out with a girl named Jill who listens to our show.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And
How'd you guys-
Jill emailed us and told us a little bit about meeting you, told us about your date, said that she liked you a lot. She says that you guys have tried to schedule meetings to go out again, and every single time the date comes up, you switch it for a couple days. Like, you've blown her off 5 times now, and she's wondering if you actually really want to go out again or if you are not into her and you're just afraid to tell her that.
No, I'm not blowing her off. I've texted her.
Okay.
I'm just busy. I'm really busy.
That was her worry, because she told us that you've texted her and you've, like, changed the date every single time that you guys are supposed to go out.
Yeah, I mean, I work. I'm busy. I mean, she's a nice girl. She's great. But I just have a lot to do right now.
But you can see how she'd think that you're blowing her off, right? Are you really that busy?
Yes, I'm busy, guys. I mean, why are you questioning like I'm lying? I'm not.
Well, I don't know. Just because,
Not
Sam, I don't mean,
accusing
yeah, I've been in the situation before where, I've either done that to somebody or somebody has done that to me, and you feel like, man, they just don't want to see me again. So Jill emailed us to call you and ask if you didn't want to see her again. So you do want to see Jill again?
Yes, of course. I mean, she's great. She's pretty. She's awesome. I'm busy right now. We have to find the time.
What are you so busy with? I know you work, but 5 times is a lot.
Are you just kind of nervous around her? It's understandable if you are.
I mean, I'm kind of like uncomfortable about this, so I can tell you guys what's going on if you promise you just kind of like stop questioning me about it, writing me about it, because it's making me a little awkward.
For sure, man. Like, I just want to let Jill know that you actually like her so we can get you guys in the same place at the same time, like you've been trying to do.
Just, you can let her, maybe it'll help if you let her know that I do want to see her again. It's just there's a reason why I'm taking it slow. It's because I did get out of a relationship a couple months back, split from my ex, and she emailed me, and she told me the reason why she broke up with me is because she said I was a bad kisser.
Oh, all right. That sucks. So you got broken up with because you're a bad kisser, and that's why you are scared to kiss Jill.
Yes.
You know that can't be a real reason, and that your ex is just trying to hurt your feelings, right?
I mean, she seemed pretty specific in the email, so I don't,
Yeah, that would suck. Like, somebody can say they don't like your personality, but then to be like, oh, you're a terrible kisser so bad that I couldn't stay with you. That's got to, like, stick with you for a little while.
It does. And that's why I'm trying to get better at it. That's what I'm doing right now is trying to get better at it.
You're trying to get better?
Practicing your hand a lot?
What do you mean you're trying to get better at it?
There's this school that helps you with that. It's a kissing school.
No.
Are you being real?
Yes, that's why I've been kind of pushing the dates back because I've been busy going to school. They have, like, workshops.
You're kidding me.
Wait, you're paying?
Sam, you're going to a kissing school?
Yeah, and this is why, that's why I'm uncomfortable about it. It's like I tell people, if I tell somebody, they're not going to believe me or they think it's a joke or something. It's like, no, it's real.
That's awesome. This really exists.
It's not like you're meeting somebody in the back alley, right?
No. This is a legit, real school. It cost me $375 to sign up.
Oh my God.
And they offer you workshops and there's one-on-one lessons and all that. And it takes a little bit of time. And once I'm done, that's when I'll call Jill and we'll go back out.
Man, hey, Sam, good for you, man. Yeah. Like, hey, you know what? Thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate it. I know, like you said, you feel embarrassed about that. But if you feel like you were a bad kisser and you didn't want to kiss her, I would think that a girl would be flattered by the fact that you just paid $375 to go get classes to learn how to kiss her right.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I'm hoping for. So, I mean, if you guys can tell her I want to see her again, I definitely told her. But if maybe you can kind of back me up, that would be great.
Sam, you know what? Why don't you just tell her because she's actually on the phone listening?
Oh, wait, what?
Jill just listened to our conversation.
Oh, I had no idea that was the reason.
What's going on here?
It's called a second date update. We do it on our show where we call somebody who went on a date with one of our listeners and they think they're being blown off, and we ask them what happened. We have that person listen on the other line to see if we can get an answer. And Jill just heard you say that you're going to a kissing school, so hopefully you can kiss her better if you guys ever go out again.
Please tell me this is like make-believe and joke. It's not
Poor
real.
thing.
It's not make-believe.
Oh, you poor baby. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
This is really embarrassing for me. I mean, I screwed up somewhere in the past. Obviously, I'm just trying to fix it so I don't do it again with you. And yeah.
Sam, you make it sound like you're like a drug addict who like had a problem and then fell. You just were told by an ex that you don't kiss that well. It's not like a problem you had in your past. I think you're gonna be okay, man.
Kissing rehab.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think it's really cool that you're trying to look into it and make yourself feel more confident about it, and you don't even have to worry about it. I'm not going to pressure you or anything.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
But I mean, that's the thing. I enjoyed our time. I really do like you, Jill. I enjoyed going out with you, and I don't want to ruin it by, being a bad kisser. Because it's like she thought I was bad, and if you think I'm bad, and you don't want to go out with me anymore, it's like,
No. I understand why there would be a fear there, but it can't be so bad that I would just not.
Sam, it would find it hard to believe that you're that bad of a kisser. Yeah. That Jill's going to kiss you one time after she already likes you from your first date, and then she's just going to go running for the hills. Like, oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah, maybe.
I doubt that you're that bad of a kisser.
I thought I wasn't that bad before, but clearly someone broke up with me.
Well, you got to be way better now.
It's sometimes like it's just that two people's chemistry doesn't work well together, and maybe it was just you and your ex. Kissing with a different person is different every time. I mean, and think of all the cool stuff you've learned.
Yeah, I mean, the classes have been good, and I really feel more comfortable doing it. I just want it to be, perfect, I mean, they say the first kiss is always like that, the big thing,
Sam, I have an idea. Why don't you save the rest of your $375 and we just go out on dates and then we can practice?
All right. Oh, that's a good idea, Jill. Sam, would you like to go out with Jill again on a second date? We will pay for it.
Of course. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But and before your classes are done at the kissing school, I want you guys to go out soon.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I mean,
Yes.
I would rather practice with her than spend money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Extra credit, Sam. So you'll go out with Jill again.
Absolutely, I want to.
Jill, I'm assuming you want to be his kissing coach from this point on.
Oh, of course.
All right. Well, congratulations, then, you guys. Jill, you got your second date. We'll send you guys out again.
Yay.
All right. And if before you guys get more intimate and he suddenly disappears, he's like, I was going to a sex school trying to figure out I would not recommend another date after that, okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that's so sweet. I almost cried. Really?
Aww.
Enjoy
Really?
the kissing classes, cutie pies, is what it says. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And we're talking about the second date update. If you missed it, Jill went out with a dude named Scott once. And after that date, he kept being kind of elusive and postponing the second meetup. In fact, he rescheduled 5 different times. And Jill thought, of course, she was being blown off and couldn't figure out why because they had such a great time. And we got Scott on the phone, and he revealed that the reason that he kept promising a date and then changing it is because he enrolled himself in a kissing class to improve his kissing skills. Wow. He said he had an ex who recently said the reason she dumped him is because he's a horrible kisser, so he's trying to fix that.
I just have so many questions about these kissing schools.
I know, I didn't know they existed at all.
Interesting.
Jill thought the reason was endearing and cute, and of course wanted to go out with him again if he learns to be a better kisser.
Yeah. I wonder how bad he really was, too.
I know.
I mean, where you literally have to pay to have someone teach you? That's pretty bad.
Just keep doing it, man. You'll get better, I think.
I mean, we've all
done.
Well, I don't know. I've had a couple boyfriends, and I'm like, that's not ever going to improve.
There's some people who never get better at it at all.
True.
So they're going to go out again. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is going to be different than one we've ever done before.
What's that?
How so?
The email that actually came in from the dude that wants us to do a second date update for him actually said, I kind of need a second date update. Kind of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
It's on the fence about it, 50-50.
His dilemma is awesome. Robert met a girl named Kate.
Okay.
They had a one-night stand, as sometimes people do.
Yeah, that's nothing new for a second date update.
Robert didn't want to see Kate again,
Okay.
but he's on the phone with us right now for a second date update.
To call Kate?
He wants us to call her
Yeah.
because after they had a one-night stand, she was texting him. He stopped responding to her, blew her off, right?
Okay.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Then Robert realized something about Kate.
That he actually likes her and maybe should give her a second chance and stop being so jaded by love.
No, Kate has his watch. And he wants to get his watch back. Isn't that right, Robert?
It's a really nice watch.
Apparently.
Now, I read your email, and it sounds like you don't really want a true second date with Kate.
I need you guys to smooth things over and make her think I'm a nice guy so I can get my watch back.
So you want us to lie to her is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you could, just you could tell her I lost her number or my cell phone.
All right.
This goes against every bone in my body.
Not me, because I'm a fan of watches.
Yeah.
And I think this guy should get his watch back. Why can't you just call her and say, hey, it's Robert. I know you probably remember me. Sorry for not answering any of your texts and stuff. I'm just not interested in a relationship. But I do still want the relationship with that timepiece I had. Can I get my watch back? Why don't you just want to call her yourself?
I've heard the second date updates, and, for some reason they really warm up to you guys, and I think you guys really get through to people. So I think you could do this one.
Yeah, sometimes we do.
Was the night really that bad that you just don't want to, maybe even give it a second date option?
I don't think it's even worth it.
Whoa.
How many times did she try to get a hold of you after your one-night stand? I mean, would she be mad if you called her?
I think so. It was a couple weeks, or she was trying to get in touch with me.
A couple weeks and you blew her off.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And what was the situation? Like, you guys were too drunk at the bar, you left and went home together, or?
Yeah, we just hooked up at a bar.
All right, well, I guess we'll see if we can do this for you and get your watch back.
This is weird.
I know. It's awesome. I mean, you do want to go out on a date with her, though. You want us to call, do the whole second date update thing, and see if she'll go out with you for the sole purpose of getting your watch back.
Yeah.
This is so conniving. And
What are you going to do if she says she threw your watch out? Because, I know as a guy, a lot of girls, and guys I guess will do it too, you'll leave something behind, a little leave behind, hoping that someone will be like, oh, you come back over and get your bra. Whenever girls did that for me, I just throw it out. And then they'd ask me about it, I'd be like, yeah, I threw it out. And they're like, that was $75. I'm like, yeah, I should know that. What if she threw it out?
She better not have. It was a nice watch.
Okay. All right, well, we'll play a song.
Oh, I already feel guilty about this.
Why? We're just trying to get his property back.
Okay, that's
If you
fine.
think about it,
But
Kate is a thief.
I don't want to lead Kate on into thinking some dude likes her when he doesn't.
We don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, we can... Well, yeah, we'd have to do that. I guess if we want him to go out again, we have to do that. We're going to play a song, come back, call Kate, see if we can smooth things over for you, and get your watch back through a second date update. Okay?
That would be awesome.
All right. And this may spawn a new segment for us, too. Brooke and Jubal's Lost and Found.
Yeah.
Where, hey, what'd you lose? We'll call the restaurant and see if we can get it back for you.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Second date updates used to be if you went out on a date, you liked the person, they didn't call you back, you email us, we'll call them and find out why. It's evolved. Now it's you went out on a date, left your stuff at somebody's house after a one-night stand and then blew them off, want your watch back, email us. We'll see if we can get your property.
That's so messed up.
Robert is on the phone with us right now. Robert is about to have us call Kate. Robert hooked up with Kate one evening, had a one-night stand, blew her off because he wasn't into her. How long was she texting you, Robert, after you guys hooked up?
For about 3 weeks.
For about 3 weeks she was texting him, and Robert did not want anything to do with her until he realized, wait a minute, she has my watch.
Oh, goodness.
Now he wants us to call her, smooth things over, see if we can get them to reconnect so that he can get his watch.
Why? Robert, can I ask you, did you lead her along, string her along, make her lots of promises after you slept together?
I told her I would call her, but I didn't do that.
And what's so bad about Kate? Because you liked her enough to sleep with her.
Yeah, but he's a guy. Guys like women enough to sleep
I mean,
with them.
there's gotta be...
You're never like, oh my God, I shouldn't do this. I don't feel an emotional connection. It's just like, yeah.
She has boobs.
Yeah, we do this, and then tomorrow you go, oh, I don't like her too much.
Yeah, she's just one of those types of girls you just hook up with,
All right.
That's messed up.
Well, Brooke and Lydia, you guys have the type of guy that you just hook up with, too. I mean, there's, there are people that you're not interested in a relationship with, and they're only good for one thing.
I'm only hoping that maybe that's all she wanted out of the night, too.
No.
Maybe.
She wanted his watch.
Maybe.
And she has it. And we must get it back. It's a quest for the watch. All right.
Radio repo.
Here we go. We're going to call her and get your watch back, okay?
That would be awesome.
All right.
Jeez.
Hang on.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kate?
Yes? Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
I'm calling you because somebody emailed us about you.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. One of our listeners went out with you recently. And the weird thing is, you didn't blow him off. He actually lost your number and hasn't been able to get a hold of you. So he asked us if we could track you down. He gave us your information. We looked you up on Facebook and we asked around and got your phone number. And now I'm on the line with you.
Huh. What's his name?
His name is Robert. Do you remember Robert?
Yeah. I sent him a ton of texts with no response. I don't know. And he lost my number?
Yep.
Is that even a thing anymore?
Yeah, exactly, Kate.
Maybe you were dialing the wrong number. So I'm excited to be able to give you a call and say that Robert would love to see you again.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical just because, I really liked him. We had an awesome time together, and after not hearing from him for a while, I figured he just was, blowing me off.
Did he seem like that type of guy that would maybe just, sleep with you one night and then never call you again?
I didn't think he was, but we met under that normal kind of circumstance where they might just never talk to you again, and so I just kind of, after a while, I just kind of accepted it. And
yeah, no, that's not it at all.
No,
Robert,
yeah.
Robert told us all about you. He said that was a wonderful night. It was magical. You were a gentle lover.
Okay, he did not say that.
He didn't say that.
That is a little bit. I gotta put my foot down somewhere.
I added that part myself. But he told us nice things about you and said he wants to see you again. Would you be down to go out with Robert again? I know you only had the one night that you hung out.
yeah,
I'd like to. I feel so stupid now because I told all my friends that he was like an ass, and that.
Oh, you guys.
Now I feel like such a jerk.
Total miscommunication.
Hey, we worked it out.
But that's cool, though. At least, you know what? Why don't we then just connect you guys right now? No. Robert is on the other line. He's been listening to this whole conversation. Robert, say hi to Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Hi. So you lost my number?
Yeah. I thought I had it in my phone, but it wasn't. Something went wrong.
I must have had the wrong number in my phone or something.
You mentioned that you'd sent me some texts, but I didn't really get anything from you.
That's awkward.
Yeah,
I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't text anything crazy there, Kate, to the wrong number.
Oh no, it's just that I wanted to see him again, and I had a great time.
Perfect.
Oh gosh.
Then you guys can see each other again. Kate, do you want to go out with Robert again? And Robert, would you like to go out with Kate again?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would definitely like to go out again.
Perfect. That's awesome. Congratulations. Kate, I wanted to ask you something else before I send you guys out on your second date.
Yeah?
Robert mentioned that you have something of his.
We probably don't need to.
And I don't just mean his heart, Kate. He left his watch at your place.
A watch?
Yeah, did you find his watch?
We could probably talk about all this on the second date, We don't really need to.
I think we should talk about it now.
Yeah, I found the watch.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gave it away. I didn't know it was yours, Robert. I'm
Really?
sorry.
You got rid of it?
I gave it to a friend.
That is awesome, Kate.
Which one of your friends did you give it to? He's just walking around with someone else's watch.
Well, my friend Shannon uses it to time her splits when she's running.
You gave it to her friend to use while running. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, is there any way you could, get it back?
I'm not going to ask for it back. I gave it to her. She uses it now. That's kind of rude.
Well, that sucks. Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. We could go on our date and, maybe we could look for a replacement together or something.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want that happening.
Oh,
dude.
Oh, no.
What? Were you just calling me to get back your watch?
Of course I was.
Are you kidding me?
No.
And you guys did this too? You all were in on it, that you tried to set me up with someone who's a complete ass just because he wants to get a watch?
I know.
A cheap watch, for that matter. That is so ridiculous.
I didn't want to do it, but it was Brooke and Lydia. Both of them. They were like, Jubal, we should do this because it's somebody else's property. And I was like, no, guys.
This is someone's heart and their personal life, and I really thought that maybe it was all a mistake, and I got all excited, and you guys did that to me.
I didn't do it. I was.
Who the are you to do that?
Well,
we are sorry.
We were just trying to.
Legitimately sorry.
I'm not that sorry.
We were
trying to. We're trying to get his property back. That's all.
Well, he lost his property when you left it at my place, so maybe he should take better care of his own property instead of treating it like he treats women, just leaving them around and never talking to them again. And I could have gone on a date with this guy again, and my heart would have been broken all over again.
We wouldn't have let that happen, Kate. I promise that.
Well, now that my dirty laundry's aired all over the United States, I'd like to hang up now.
Hey, Kate, how about this? Can I send you guys out on a real second date so you can get to know each other?
No
We will
way.
pay for it. Come on.
Send me on a spa day or something. I don't want to see that again.
I think that's fair.
Would you do a spa day with Robert? We'll pay for it.
No, Jubal.
No, Robert.
I feel
All right, Kate, how about this then? Okay, how about we send you somewhere for like a spa day or something? Because I do feel bad for tricking you.
Really?
Yes.
That would be great.
Can I pay for that?
Yes. But Robert can't come.
He might just show up and be there. He might be the guy doing your toes.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world know that.
Text in at 78592 about the second date update. It said,
That was a new low for a second date update. Even for you, Jubal. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. Another text in at 78592 that says, I have to know, did you really send her out on a spa day? Yes.
Of course.
We will be sending Kate out on a spa day to make up for the fact that we tricked her.
And
if you missed it, Robert wanted us to call this girl named Kate. They ended up having a one-night stand. He left his watch at her house. He didn't really want to see her again except to get his watch back. So we called, made up a story about how he lost her number because he wasn't calling her back and blah, blah, blah.
That was the worst part.
And just tried to get her on our side so that she would give the watch back. We found out she ended up giving the watch away and definitely did not want to give it back after finding out that that was the only reason for the phone call. Lots of texts in at 78592 ripping us for doing that. But hey, we love our listeners, okay? And he emailed us, and he had a problem.
No, come on.
He had lost his watch, and I felt it was our job to try to get it back.
And also, as a girl, I've been on a date with, I've been on several dates with lots of jerks. If you told me there was a spa day at the end of it,
yeah,
I would do it all over again.
She got a spa day out of the
Come
deal.
on,
We're
you
sending her
guys.
somewhere nice so she can have a day of pampering.
I still feel icky about the whole thing.
Oh, do you need a spa day too?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not paying for yours.
Please.
I'm just paying for hers. No.
I'll only get a manicure, not a pedicure.
Brooke, you can afford your own spa day.
Only if I can go with you and get a pedicure. Because
Your feet are gross.
They
right now.
are.
I
and
know.
I love getting pedicures.
And
they
it
do
is
make you feel amazing.
Summertime. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to show those toes off.
Another text in at 78592. And I think this is focusing on the most important thing about the second date update, all right? Enough of saying that we're jerks for doing it. We get that. We just felt it needed to be done, and we thought it would be funny.
The funny
and it was
part.
kind of funny.
That was the purpose of the whole thing.
But I think the real point here is a text in at 78592 that says, who takes their watch off when they're getting some anyway?
Well,
right?
Good indication that he also takes his socks off, so win for
And
her.
we've had a second date update with a guy who would not take his
Yes.
socks off, his compression socks. I take my watch off, I think.
Yeah, I
That's
had
because
girls
you're-
leave watches.
Even when I'm by myself.
You're probably concerned that something will happen to the watch.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself, you're worried you're still going to lose it somehow.
Yeah. Just like, that jerk is not going to give it back. I know him. Remember, if you want a second date update or you just want some of your property back, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back or the person who stole your watch. Whatever the case may be. Second date update is Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and today's second date update, some guys pick up women using a clever pickup line. Others buy them a drink. My go-to move is to weep loudly into their lap until they agree to date me. Well, one of our listeners got a girl's phone number in a different way. It's 100% thanks to his unique job, and you'll find out what it is in your second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't know what the end result of today's second date update will be, but I do know that because of this second date update, I found a new way to party, and that's with puppies.
Oh.
That's right.
I want a puppy party.
Yeah.
Apparently, the dude on the phone, his name is Michael, hosts puppy parties.
Cool.
I don't even know exactly what that entails. I mean, I'm guessing it involves puppies and parties. What's up, Michael? How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah,
Good.
this isn't one of those weird things where everybody pretends to be dogs and like cuddles together and stuff, right?
No, not furries. What are they called?
Furries, yeah. Oh, that's what I thought it was. Never mind then. I'm not interested. Not interested, Michael. Yeah, your email says that you work for a party company that rents puppies for parties.
That is correct.
That's so
Wow.
cool.
Oh my god, it's so cool. Is it inhumane to rent a puppy for a party?
I don't think so. You play with them and feed them and love them?
Oh yeah, no, puppies are fun. You know, everybody loves puppies. It's the best job ever. If you had my job, you'd be the happiest person on earth.
That's probably true.
And apparently you met the girl you want to call today at one of your puppy parties?
Yes,
Okay.
Oh my god.
What's her name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline,
God.
all right. And how did you meet her at one of these parties?
So I did a children's birthday party, and she was the aunt of one of the kids. And she was like, you know, playing with one of the dogs, and I came up to her because obviously it's like a really easy way to meet women. You
Right.
just, like,
I'm thinking that you get hit on all the time. Like you're the puppy party guy. Like
yeah. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, hey, we hit it off.
You're like, you know how these things mate, right?
No, gross. They're puppies. Jubal, that's like talking about children that way. What is wrong with you?
I was just meaning dogs in general.
Please.
Anyway.
We hit it off, right away. And before she left, I made sure I asked her on a date. And she said yes.
Nice.
And for the date, though, I thought I'd do coffee. I don't know why. I just thought, it would lead to something else.
No, wait, hold up. Coffee never leads to anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the way the conversation went, it just led to that. And I was like, let's do coffee. She agreed. I was happy. And then when we met for coffee, the first thing she said was, "Ooh, did you bring any puppies?"
Yeah, it's hard to go from a puppy party to a coffee date, It's a big letdown.
Yeah, so I said no, and she immediately seemed really, really disappointed.
What? Wait, she honestly thought that you were going to bring puppies to your date?
I don't know. I thought maybe I'd bring one or something, and it's
like you have puppies on you at all times.
Yeah. But I didn't, and I immediately felt it wasn't as natural as it was when I was at the puppy party.
Oh no!
And I said things like, gosh, I can't remember the last time I was at a Starbucks, or I felt it getting really weird, and even by the end of this date, I kind of felt real desperate, and I challenged her to a thumb war.
What? Like thumb wrestling?
Yeah, no, it's getting worse.
Wow.
It doesn't get too much worse, but she said no thanks. So I didn't know really what to do, and it just kept getting worse, and there was more awkward silences, and I didn't feel any chemistry by the end of it.
So why do you want to call her back if you didn't feel any chemistry?
I just feel like, honestly, at the party we had great chemistry, and I feel like she didn't really get to meet the guy that she met at the party. So I feel like there's something there, and I want to find that. I want to get back to where we were at the party and kind of get rid of this section, the coffee section.
Maybe you need to bring puppies with you everywhere, like she thought. Maybe that would help.
Yeah, no, I would do that, but honestly, I'd probably end up letting her down by the 10th day when I don't have any puppies. Yeah,
right.
Just keep trading in, puppies once they get too old and not cute anymore, and just always have a puppy with you for your entire relationship.
Yeah, be like, this one doesn't get old.
That's weird. So how did it all end? Did you guys make any plans?
She said one of those yeah, we'll get together again.
Thumb wrestle at a coffee shop another time, for sure.
Yeah, I don't always bomb like this, but she's really cute, and I just want to tell her, I don't always take people on Starbucks. I don't know why we went to the coffee shop. I don't always thumb war people on a first date.
That's the main message.
It obviously went really horrible, and I just think it would be best for both of us if we had a do-over date.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
You want a mulligan on this one?
Yeah.
All right. So have you talked to her at all since your date?
I texted her. She kind of got back to me, but late, a day later or something. And then I texted again. But I knew the way she was responding that I'm not going to be the creeper that keeps texting her.
Okay.
Good job. Hey, I applaud you for your self-control there.
Yeah, don't want to be too.
Yeah. I have more puppies. Over and over again.
Okay, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right?
All right, great.
Okay, man, hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Everybody has their go-to move when a conversation gets awkward. And apparently Michael, who's on the phone to do a second date update today, his move is thumb wrestling. Can be very interesting in conversations, but if you're just joining us, Michael went out with a girl named Jacqueline. He actually met her because he works for a company that throws puppy parties. It's where you bring a bunch of puppies to a party and people get to hang out with the puppies, and then you take them home and throw them wherever you keep them. I don't know where you keep puppies, but he met her at one of these puppy parties. They struck up a conversation, and then they met for coffee, and he said it was so awkward. He was trying to start a conversation, and then he eventually asked her to thumb wrestle. She said no, and the date kind of ended, and he hasn't really heard from her since. All right, Michael, are you ready to call her?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure, Michael? Because a woman who wouldn't take you up on thumb wrestling doesn't sound like a keeper to me anyway.
I don't know. Maybe it was an off day for both of us. She wasn't,
Yeah, you're right. Maybe her thumb was tired.
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't up for the challenge.
And we really hit it off the first time, so it's just kind of odd that the second time was like the complete polar opposite of what happened.
What are you going to do if the conversation gets awkward on the phone? Thumb wrestle yourself?
Who are you going to wrestle?
I'm going to pull out a puppy and FaceTime her.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jacqueline?
This is Jacqueline. Who's this?
Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Yeah. How are you?
Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Okay.
Any idea why somebody would email us about you?
I'm not really sure.
Okay. Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So this dude named Michael, who throws puppy parties, emailed us about you.
Oh, jeez.
That wasn't as that. Yeah, that was. You did a happy laugh in the beginning, and now that sounded like you're disappointed a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a little. I mean, this is just really weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, my whole experience with Michael was not something I really want to remember.
Was it that bad, really? He told us how he met you, and then he told us you guys went out for coffee. He did say that coffee was kind of awkward, though.
Yeah, definitely awkward. Look, I don't want to come across as like a bad person here, so I have to I don't really know what to say exactly. I should probably just let you go because I don't want to talk bad about him.
Well, we want you to talk bad about him.
I think he totally owned how horrible he was on that date when we talked to him. Like he wants a redo because he knows that he was awkward.
I mean, let's just say he wasn't as cute by himself as he was when I saw him with a dog.
What? That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
So
I understand
he only
that.
looks good when he's around puppies? Is that what you're saying?
It's like when you go to a bar and you meet someone in the dark and you think they look great, and then when you see them the next day in the light, you're like, that was a bad decision on my part.
Hey, no, she was intoxicated by puppies. People make bad choices sometimes when puppies are around. I can see how that would happen.
Yeah, I must have had my puppy goggles on or something.
Oh, yeah. I can see how that could get you. Was he really that different without a puppy next to him?
I mean, he still smelled like dogs, which was a turn off, definitely. But yeah, he was different. He told me he didn't even own a dog, which is what? Is he even a dog lover? It really had me thinking, what did I get myself into? Who is this guy?
Oh my gosh, calm down. I mean, there's lots of people who are teachers of children that don't have children. You can still love dogs without owning one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it made me feel like he's just working at this job to pick up girls. I honestly didn't believe that he liked dogs even at that very moment because he was being so awkward. And then I heard that and I was like, no, what am I doing here with this guy?
So you feel like he's using puppies to get dates and that's it?
That's how I felt, honestly. And then he offered to thumb wrestle me and I was like, no, I have to leave.
That's surprising. Usually thumb wrestling, really, people love that.
I just think he was maybe nervous to meet you. I mean, he sounds like kind of an awkward guy. I feel like maybe you wrote him off in the very beginning and you just never gave him enough of a shot,
No, I did. I mean, I came into the date very optimistic because I love dogs. He seemed like a great guy. He was really cute when I met him. And then I don't know, I guess I was mistaken.
Well, it turned out to be an ugly dog hater is what it sounds like from you.
I guess so, but if you talk to him, just tell him, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Okay. Well, you actually kind of already told him because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's on the other line listening. You there, Michael?
Oh, I'm here. Hey, Jacqueline.
Hi.
Yeah, I kind of heard everything you said. I can't believe you felt that way. I swear, I don't know about the whole smelling like a dog thing. I might not have had time to shower before I got to the date, so that could possibly be why I kind of still smelled a little bit like a dog.
Oh.
So I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, you did smell like a dog. I tried to put that like past us and just not think about that the whole time, but really everything, like thumb wrestling, what was that?
I mean, that was because I was so excited to see you. I didn't get any sleep the night before. I was acting awkward, and that's why I was messing up to them about that. I was really excited to see you, so it was awkward because I didn't sleep.
Yeah, but that's how you show someone you're excited to spend time with them, is just this thumb wrestle. We could have done anything but that.
No, that was... On another note, I find it rude that you're judging me on what animal I was holding at my job. You're saying that I looked better with a dog in my hands. I don't know. Maybe you looked better with the dog in your hand, too.
Ooh, you just switched to angry for a second there.
Yeah, I'm kind of angry a little bit about it because she's judging me on the way I look, and that's the one thing I can't really change about myself. So
actually, you can, because when you had a puppy, you looked a lot cuter.
Doesn't everybody look better with a puppy in their hands? I mean, seriously.
I don't know about everybody, but you definitely do.
Jacqueline! Like,
These are low blows.
yeah, that's actually, you're being just kind of mean right now.
I'm telling you the truth. What?
Yeah, well,
that's how I felt.
I also work with dogs, and you said that because I don't have a dog or something that I'm just using my job to pick up girls. That's the furthest thing from the truth. I work with dogs. I can't just bring my work home with me,
Yeah, but how am I supposed to know that you're telling the truth, though? Like, you could definitely get a dog on the side if you really love them when you're not at work. You could play with it.
I mean, the thing is, Jacqueline, like, haven't you ever had a bad date where you messed up and you wanted a redo?
No.
You're apparently very good at dating.
Yeah.
But okay, then. Michael isn't, and Michael would like to go out with you again. Jacqueline, would you like to go on a second date with Michael? We'll pay for it.
How about this? How about the next time? Let's say we go on another date, and I just bring some puppies with me, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You just meet up and just get to know each other a little bit more, like the way we did at the party.
Wait, that's an interesting idea. I'll have to think about it, I guess, because I do get to see puppies again, and hopefully this time you'll shower before we meet up.
So is that a yes if he brings along puppies and showers?
Well, I'm not saying yes to a date necessarily. It's more like I'm saying yes to a meetup with some puppies that I don't have to pay to see.
Michael, don't do this. Have some self-respect. She's using you for the puppies, man.
I don't know. I don't see this being too bad that she's using me to see puppies, because I'm kind of using the puppies to get a second date. And, puppies are awesome, and, nothing can go wrong with some puppies around, right?
Okay. Michael, I just want to correct you that it's not a date. We're all going to be hanging out with puppies, and I'm not paying for it.
Oh, my God.
If that works for you, then that's great. Let's do it.
Okay, that's fine. I have a few parties coming up where, obviously I have puppies there, and I'll bring them over, and we'll see where it goes from there.
So, I guess congratulations, Michael. You kind of got a second chance to hang out at least.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a good chance for us to, reconnect and continue where we left off before it got awkward at the coffee shop.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And the poor puppies that are caught in the middle of this whole thing have no idea.
Amen to that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I feel like your show is either desperate guys that get run over or guys that are really mean and defensive. You mean people?
Yeah.
We're talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Michael wanted to call this girl named Jacqueline. They met while he was working his job. He works at a company that does puppy parties. You can rent out a bunch of puppies for a party, I guess. Mm-hmm. They hit it off and decided to go out again later, but things got awkward. Jacqueline seemed to be acting differently when they were on their date, and we got her on the phone, and she admitted that when she met up with Michael again, he just didn't seem as cute without the puppies. She described it as being similar to like meeting somebody when you're drunk or whatever out at a bar, and then you see him in person, you're like, oh, yeah, never mind.
I was pretty drunk.
Also, Jacqueline was upset because Michael didn't have a dog, but he claimed to be a dog lover, and that made her upset.
You expect him to have a puppy everywhere he goes?
Here's the thing that someone brought up on the text board, which I think is very valid. She complained about how he smelled of dogs. If she was a true dog lover,
She'd like it, maybe.
She would like it.
In the end, she reluctantly agreed to a second date, but only if he brought along some puppies, and he agreed to it.
It's a puppy date.
I can't believe he agreed to it. She's like, it's not a date. I'm just using you for free puppies.
And he's like, okay.
I know.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. If you're just tuning in for today's second date, Ethan is on the phone, and he's not getting a call back from a girl named Alyssa. And I'm actually really surprised about it because he took her out on a beautiful spa day. For their first date, they went out to lunch, and then he plucked her hair from her face. You know, a lot of people, Ethan, pay good money for that. You should have maybe even grabbed some cucumbers at the restaurant and threw them on her eyes and just act like, hey, spa day, out of the blue.
Well, if we can get a hold of her, maybe I'll tell her that.
All right.
I did it for free.
Yeah, if you missed the first part. Ethan thinks he's not getting a call back because while they were eating lunch, he reached over to remove what he thought was a stray hair from her chin.
Oh, God, huge
and
mistake.
the hair was attached, and he ended up plucking a hair from her face. And it was awkward for a while, but he does say the date ended with a nice hug, and it's been about 4 or 5 days since she hasn't been responding to him. So we're going to call and find out why in just a second.
In retrospect, Ethan, do you wish you would have apologized or made a statement about the hair? Like,
I don't know, maybe, maybe that's what I did wrong. Maybe I'm in not bringing it up and trying to be polite. I actually made it worse. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, maybe she's just embarrassed, or maybe she's just mad that you took her hair and never gave it back.
You owe me
Yeah.
a hair.
Big jerk. All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not getting back to you, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, man, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Alyssa, please?
This is she.
Hey, what's up, Alyssa? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm good. I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
You're from a radio show? I don't understand why you're calling me.
Yes, I am from a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, and I'm calling you today because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
What?
Yeah, can you think of any reason somebody would email our show to get a hold of you?
Did they nominate me for a makeover or something?
dude, that'd be sweet.
No.
I wish that was the case for you.
We don't really do stuff like that, so no makeover, I'm sorry.
I don't understand. Why would someone email you about me then?
Because you guys went out on a date, and now you're not calling him back.
What?
Yeah, equally exciting, right?
His name is Ethan.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember going out on a date with Ethan?
Yeah, that I do. I totally remember that.
Okay. Well, Ethan emailed us because he said he really enjoyed going out with you, but ever since your date, he's been trying to call you, and now you're not responding to anything, so he was wondering why.
I don't want to see him.
Is it because he plucked a hair out of your chin?
We just went straight for it, did we?
He told you that?
Yeah, he did. He said that's the reason he thinks you're not calling him back is because he plucked one of your hairs on the date.
Oh, my goodness. No. That's so embarrassing.
Don't be embarrassed. We all get a stray hair from now and again.
I guess so, but why would he tell a radio station this and email you about it?
Well,
it was a big event for him.
He emailed us because he wants to get a hold of you, and we asked him why he thinks you wouldn't want to see him again, and that was the only thing he could come up with because he said you guys had a really good time other than that.
No.
No, you didn't have a good time other than that?
We did, but there's just one thing that freaked me out.
And it wasn't that he was collecting your hairs one by one?
Wait, hold up. Did he tell you he was collecting my hairs?
No, I was joking. It's just a joke because of the one hair that he pulled out.
Oh, my God. My heart skipped a beat.
Yeah. No, he didn't tell us that he was collecting all of your hairs. He just thinks that's the one reason you don't want to see him.
I mean, it was completely embarrassing, but that's not what it was at all.
No? So there's more to it than that.
I don't even know if I should talk about it. I don't want to put his business out there.
Well, he wants his business put out there. Yeah. Like, he actually asked us to do this so that his business could be out in the streets. So he said he's willing to hear whatever it is. So if it's on him, then you mind just telling us?
Well, okay, so what did he tell you about the date?
Well, he told us that you guys met through a matchmaker, went to lunch, and you played a game where you show each other, like, the last photo you took on your phone to try to break the ice. Okay.
Yeah, it's the first photo.
All right.
Yeah, and we did that, and he showed me a picture of his nephew.
Okay.
And
Is that a problem? Was his nephew kind of ugly?
no, his nephew was cute.
Okay. Deal breaker for me. Yeah.
I never want to mix my jeans with that line.
Yeah.
No, but he kept going on for the next 30 minutes. He just kept talking about having babies and kids.
Like he wants kids, like now.
Yes, he's completely obsessed with having a baby. That's what I got from it.
Really?
Like, what did he talk about?
Well, he said it was a dream of his. Anytime he's out and he sees something that he likes as baby clothes, he buys it.
What?
He has a stash. Yes, he has a stash in his house of baby clothes.
Are you kidding? He's a single bachelor that has a baby clothes stash?
That's what he said. He even knows the room that he's going to convert to the baby room.
He's already like nesting like a pregnant woman, like getting everything ready at the house.
Yes, he is. I mean, he told me he can't wait to hear baby footsteps coming down the hallway. Like,
whoa.
So maybe that was like a little bit too much to share.
Too much.
I don't know. Is it refreshing to you to find a guy who's interested, obviously, in family life, or is that something you don't want?
Yeah, it's refreshing to know that a guy wants to have a family someday. I do too, but it's creepy that he's collecting baby clothes. He doesn't have a baby.
I know.
Yeah.
It'd be weird for a single girl even to do that.
That's true.
Yeah,
like if you went over to his house after your date and you open up the closet and you just see a bunch of baby clothes. It's not sexy.
Oh, what was your response to him?
I mean, my response was just to sit there and to listen to him. I mean, he's still talking about how he can't wait to hear his baby say "dada."
It's kind
Now, hang on, that's not fair.
What? Who's that?
Oh, that's Ethan. Ethan's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Alyssa.
And apparently he couldn't wait any longer and had to pipe in.
No, man,
Are you
there's nothing
serious?
wrong with wanting to have a baby.
You've been listening to this the whole time?
Yeah, because you wouldn't return my calls or my texts or anything.
So you call radio station and have them call me and listen.
Well, I really liked you, and apparently you thought I was weird.
I mean, it was really weird talking about a baby that you don't have for 30 minutes. What was I supposed to say to you?
I mean, is it that weird that you would think about the baby you might have someday? For 30 minutes isn't that long to talk about babies.
I don't know. On a first date, even if I were out with a woman and she was like talking about the baby that she wanted so badly, that would scare me. It wouldn't. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't scare you, Ethan, but it would scare a lot of dudes.
Yeah, but like the matchmaker already found somebody that I knew was like really serious and wanting a commitment too. So I just figured it wouldn't scare that person off.
Well, it scared me.
Ethan, I mean, I think everyone agrees that it's sweet that you're excited about fatherhood. But the collecting of the baby clothes, do you bring that up often on a first date?
I mean, first off, to call it a collection is kind of going a little overboard. It's not a collection. It's not like I have a room full of the stuff.
Okay, so how many items?
If we're talking about just anything having to do with babies, I've got like 15 things.
Whoa.
But like they're not all, like 7 of them are onesies. And the thing is, like, everybody thinks this is a big joke, ha ha ha, it's really funny, but I'm actually prepared for fatherhood.
No, I think it's great. I just think it's great when you find out maybe like 2 months into a relationship that you're that into it.
Ethan, you even told me on a date that you already picked out the names for your kids already.
What?
How long have you been planning this, Ethan?
I don't know why you guys think this is weird. I've been dreaming about having kids since I was a kid.
You're so sweet.
What are the names of your kids that you don't have yet, if I can ask, or is that a secret?
Well, I mean, I want to have a boy and a girl, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and you get to choose, obviously.
He said for a boy would be Ken, and he would name his girl Sanctuary.
Sanctuary and Ken.
Yeah.
The Ken kind of throws me.
Yeah, it is. When you come up with Sanctuary, where it is.
You know, you guys can say whatever you want to say, but I'm probably the only guy in this room on this phone that's actually preparing for childhood. I'm not embarrassed about that. I'm not ashamed about that, and I don't think that people should reject me because of it.
I actually agree with what you're saying. I do, Ethan. I mean, he knows what he wants. He maybe gave you way too much information on the first date, and that's his bad for oversharing.
I didn't plan on having a girl named Sanctuary.
Yeah, that one you need to negotiate for sure.
Debatable. We could talk.
Well, Alyssa, would you like to go out with Ethan on another date? We will pay for it.
I don't know about all this. I mean, doesn't it seem weird to you all? This is crazy. It's creepy.
No, not at all. Like every dude that I've known when we were kids, like we would just sit around the playground and talk about the kids we were going to have one day.
And did they collect clothes?
Yeah, of course. It's a totally normal dude thing.
It's a little overwhelming, but I don't think that it's creepy.
I mean, Alyssa, I feel like you're not giving me a chance. I feel like we should go out again because I have proven to you that I'm an honest, straightforward guy and that I have a long-term plan.
And his clock is ticking, Alyssa. He doesn't have as much time.
I guess so. One more date wouldn't hurt.
So you'll do it. You'll go out with Ethan one more time.
I said yes. Please don't ask me again before I change my mind.
That's awesome.
Well, congratulations, Ethan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And thank you, Alyssa, for giving me another chance. And we can talk about Sanctuary. We'll discuss names later. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to talk about the kids again.
Good choice.
All right. Well, good luck, you guys. Keep us updated, okay?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And Alyssa?
Yes.
If he says he's on the pill, don't believe him. What do you do when you've exhausted all options in the dating world?
Oof.
When plenty of fish has thrown you back?
That's so sad.
And you've swiped so many times, you reach the end of Tinder, and then your phone explodes. It's what happens when you get to the end of Tinder. Well, you have to call in the big guns and hire a matchmaker. And that's apparently what the guy on the phone for a second date did today. He found the girl that he went out with by using a matchmaker because nothing else on the planet worked for him. Ethan, was that a good recap of why you hired a matchmaker?
I guess so. It kind of makes me sound pathetic, to be totally honest.
Oh, that's not what I was going for. I was trying to make it sound like you were just using a creative method that a lot of people don't use. I wasn't trying to make it sound pathetic at all.
Well, now I'm just sad.
Yeah. It makes the girl who decided to go out with you even more pathetic than you.
Oh, well, that's a positive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
That's something. Only the really pathetic ones will go out with me.
Right.
That's great.
Your email said that you used a matchmaker. I'm just making fun of it because I don't normally see that. Usually it's like online or you meet somebody in person, but why hire a matchmaker?
You know, you mentioned Tinder and stuff like that, and I feel like even when people say they're kind of looking for relationships on those kind of sites, they're really not.
Right.
And I'm kind of over just going on dates. I want to find something serious. I got all that out of my system, you know,
Right.
and I want to settle down.
So I don't know a whole lot about matchmakers. Does that mean that the girl is also paying this woman to matchmake her?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah,
Okay.
They find someone who's also using their service who matches you to the best of their ability, and then they get you in touch with each other.
Okay.
How do they figure out who to match you up with?
You have to fill out a profile, and it's a lot like the dating sites online. It's just that this person is more professional and they're more serious, and they're good at sort of figuring out really successfully who your best match is.
Oh, you sound like a pitchman because obviously it wasn't too successful. She's not calling you back.
I mean, it worked for me. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
But apparently the woman you went out with didn't think it was as great. What's her name?
Her name's Alyssa.
Alyssa.
What'd you guys do on your date?
We went out for lunch.
Oh, that's very low key.
Yeah.
That's the way this matchmaker runs it. They want to make sure the first date is really easy and low key.
Okay.
Oh.
And what was it like?
When I first met her, she was so pretty, I was nervous.
Oh, cute.
But the matchmaker suggested this thing to kind of break the ice. It's a game called First Photo.
First photo. And what is that? Like you show a photo when you're a kid or something?
No, it's like you each just pull up the first photo on your phone and show it to the other person.
Okay, well, I'm glad that they tell you that beforehand so you can prepare.
That could be really bad.
Oh, yeah. I had to delete a couple before the date. I'm just kidding.
So what was your first photo then?
Mine was just my nephew because I'd just seen him.
Aww.
And he's a good kid. And hers was her and her mom.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
First off, I was like, oh, great. She loves family, too. Secondly, her mom was really hot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's always a
And-
good sign.
Nice.
You end up marrying the mom.
If that's what she's going to age into, we're going to be okay.
And did you tell her that? Did you tell her how hot her mom was over and over?
No.
So what were the awkward moments on the date?
Well, okay, here's the thing. So we're eating. Everything's going really well. And then I noticed there's like a hair on her face. And I'm like, A, I don't want it to fall into her food. And B, this might be a good excuse to touch her. You know?
Weird. So,
That's a weird
so
way
like
to do it.
rub her cheek?
Yeah, like, hey, you got something on your cheek. I don't want it to fall on your food. Here. And I go to wipe it off.
Are you hoping you like
go to grab the hair and then you touch her cheek and time stops and then you guys make out? Is that what you hope for?
I mean, I wasn't going to say that was going to happen, but if it did, that would be fine.
Okay, so the romantic hair on her face. What happened?
Right. Well, it wasn't just on her face, it was in her face. Okay. It was a real hair. It was the hair coming out of her face.
Oh, man, you plucked the hair on her face?
I pulled it right out.
How big was his hair?
Oh, my God.
It was big enough for me to see it across the table.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Where was the hair? Was it like chin area or mustache area?
It was like on the side of her chin, kind of.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. Was she embarrassed?
I mean, I think we were both a little embarrassed.
Oh, my God. I'm
What did she say?
She didn't say anything. She just kind of stared at me, and I kind of wiped my hand on the napkin, and there was just like, so anyway.
And then you just plugged through, huh?
Yeah. I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, you were able to recover.
Yes, we went somewhere else for dessert. The rest of the day went really well, and I hugged her goodbye, and it was a really nice hug. It was one of those, kind of lingered for a few seconds.
Okay. Now, was it you lingering or her? Like,
I think it was both of us.
Okay. You didn't feel her like pushing you away and you're still holding on.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
All right. And how long has it been since you heard from her?
It's like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. And have you tried to get a hold of her?
I've called, I've texted, and I have not heard anything. I have not brought up the hair. And,
Good.
Probably a good idea.
I thought things were going great. She seemed to really have a good time, so I honestly don't know why she wouldn't respond to me.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then find out if you got a second date or if you get ditched.
I really appreciate it, guys.
Yep, no problem. Hang on.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is a little different than usual because normally when somebody emails us, they're complaining like, oh, I've been blown off or this person won't talk to me. Well, apparently the dude on the phone today named Andy has been trying to get together with the girl that he went out on a date with, and she's also been trying to get together with him, but they can't seem to connect. What? And now I guess he thinks he needs to do a second date update about it. Andy, what's up? How are you?
Hey, good. How you doing, man?
Wow, from that description, it sounds pretty boring, Andy. Like we're going to be your personal assistants trying to get the calendar right for you, too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me, but we just can't seem to get on the same page.
Okay, well, why'd you email us for a second date update, then, if you don't think she's blowing you off?
At first, I didn't think she was blowing me off, but now I think she might be.
Okay, maybe it just got too frustrating trying to plan something. Well, before we get into all that, tell us a little bit about her. Where did you meet her?
Starbucks, actually.
Oh, that's kind of cute. Did you approach her?
I did, which I usually don't do, but she actually kept looking at me, and I just thought...
Yeah, she did, Andy. That's right.
She did.
Yeah, you just stand there at the Starbucks all day long waiting for ladies to check you out.
It finally paid off, yes. I mean, I didn't know what was going on. I thought maybe she would, I had a stain on my shirt, or I had, dandruff or something.
Yeah. You had a whole lot of sexy on your shirt. That's the problem that day, Andy.
I did, yeah.
What did you say to her? Did you have a line, or were you up front? How'd you approach her?
I was very upfront. I just said, I just got to say you're beautiful. I told her straight up.
That's kind of cute.
And then she took her headphones out and said, what? And, yeah. So I had to repeat it again in front of everyone else.
Did she really have her headphones in when you walked up there?
She did, yeah.
That's awesome.
I didn't notice until afterwards, yeah.
Okay. Well, when you said it again, did she seem like she liked it?
She did. She said, thank you. So, yeah.
And then what happened? I mean, did you, ask for her number or what?
Yeah, after some small talk, we exchanged, not numbers at first, but Instagrams.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Because I noticed she was on her Instagram, and then we messaged each other back and forth for a while, so, yeah.
So you haven't been out on an official date with her yet at all?
Not an official one, no. That day, we actually ended up hanging out a little bit afterwards, after Starbucks. But, yeah, nothing official.
And how was that hanging out?
It was fun. Yeah, we went for a little walk.
we went up to this little hill area that has a nice view, and I tried to kiss her. So
what?
Right after meeting her at Starbucks.
Yeah. I was feeling the vibe, so I just leaned in to kiss her.
Whoa!
Wow.
Bold
Yeah.
move, sir.
Very bold.
Yeah.
Did you kiss her, or did she run down the hill screaming?
She didn't run down the hill screaming, but she did pull away. So, yeah, the kiss never happened, and I felt horrible about it.
What did she say?
She said, I don't kiss on first dates.
Right, or like at lunchtime, I'm assuming
Exactly.
it was daylight and there was no alcohol involved, and you'd only known each other for how long at this point?
Like a half hour, yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, dude, she should have. You know what? That's very judgmental of her. She should have totally been making out with you by then.
Right?
I know. Seriously, are you sure you want to even waste your time trying to go out with her again?
Oh, come on.
So what happened after that then?
Actually, yeah, at the end, I tried to give her a hug. I said, "Do you do first date hugs?" And she said, "Yeah." So we hugged, and then we went our separate ways after that.
And you didn't do anything creepy during the hug?
Mm-mm.
Andy, be honest. Like, it wasn't like a little bit too long or your hands went south?
No. I mean, I have done creepy stuff with hugs before, but no, not this time.
Good. Well, because you've probably learned. You've done enough creepy hugs over your lifetime that now you know what you should and shouldn't do during a hug. That's how I learned not to lick cheeks.
Don't even ask, Andy. Don't ask.
Okay.
Yep.
Never mind.
Anyway, Andy, why do you think she's not calling you back then?
No, actually, she did call me.
She did?
Yeah, that's the weird part. She called and left a message the next day.
What? What'd she say on the message?
She just said, "Hey, it was great hanging out with you. We should hang out again."
She did. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you got back to her, right? Like,
I tried to get back to her. I called her back, and I left a message. And then the next day, she texted me back, and then I texted her back. And we just haven't been able to, like, connect. It's really annoying.
Well, but you said now you think she's blowing you off. Why? It sounds like you guys just are having a normal conversation.
Well, I think she's blowing me off now because it's been like 3 days I haven't heard back from her. And so now I'm thinking maybe she did think the hug was creepy or something.
or the kiss. Probably the kiss.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple options you could choose from. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and see if she is, in fact, blowing you off with your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Andy is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl named Ariana. They didn't even have a real date. They met at a Starbucks and then ended up going for a walk. Mm-hmm. Oh, and he tried to kiss her like 30 minutes after meeting her. That was also part of the date. And Andy, I think most people would definitely kiss you after meeting you, like within 10 minutes. So I don't even know why you want to call this weirdo. Are you sure you want to call her? She sounds strange to me.
No, she's not. She's not weird. She's really cool. And hopefully she'll kiss me on the second date.
Okay, don't push it, Andy. All right, you already pushed it on the first date, Andy.
I won't, I promise.
And I would normally think it was the kiss or the weird hug, but she actually called you and wanted to hang out, and it's just you guys haven't been able to connect.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she was calling me, I was calling her, we texted back and forth, and then it's like she just disappeared off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
And it's been
3 days.
3 whole days since you've heard from her.
I feel like we're too connected in this world anymore. Like 3 days, and it really does feel like someone just like is dead.
Yeah. If someone doesn't respond to a text message within an hour, that's like a week.
Right,
Like back
totally.
in the early 1900s, that would be a week. All right, Andy, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. You ready?
Let's do this. Get her on the phone. I want to find out what's going on.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Ariana?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who is that? Who are you?
Jubal. I host a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
You've clearly been a fan for a long time, and I thank you for that, Ariana.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, that was my point. I could understand that you hadn't heard it before. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you.
wait, can you get to the point? Because
I'd love to.
His name is Andy, and you guys met at a coffee shop recently.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
That was a quick no, Ariana.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm not interested in guys that play games.
You're not interested in guys that play games? Like board games? I don't like people that play board games either, so I'm on your side there.
Yeah, haha, no. What did his email say?
All good things. He said that he really liked meeting you and that you guys were trying to plan a date, but you disappeared and he hasn't heard from you in 3 days. Oh, he also said he tried to kiss you like 30 minutes after that.
Which we thought was like bold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bold, but he's breadcrumbing me, so yeah.
Wait, remind me again, breadcrumbing. What does that mean?
He's stringing me along, like he's sending me texts and calls. They're like, they're nice and everything, but like he's not trying to make solid plans with me.
I mean, of course he is. He contacted us to get a hold of you so that you guys could get together.
I don't know about that. The messages like that he's been leaving me, like he's just returning my calls. It's like he's an answering service.
Okay, so he told us, when we talked to him a little bit to ask him about meeting you, he said that you guys have been kind of playing phone tag or whatever.
Yeah, but phone tag is like when you like care about someone, you try to get a hold of them. Like he's obviously breadcrumbing me, and so I'm just going to ghost him.
So he's breadcrumbing, and now you're ghosting.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, maybe he's just waiting until you guys can actually talk on the phone to make a plan.
I mean, maybe he was, but obviously we're both busy. So if we're texting, then like text. That's how people make plans.
Okay.
So you think that he's breadcrumbing you because he hasn't tried to make official plans yet?
Yeah, he's just being nice, but he's not like doing anything about it. And I keep saying, when do you want to hang out? When are you free? And he doesn't answer me.
What?
Okay. What does he say in return?
Like, how's your day? He doesn't message me for hours and then just kind of ignores it and is like, how are you? How's your day? Which is nice. But, like, he didn't answer my question about when he was free.
Yeah, you're like, scroll up in the text thread, man.
Yeah, like, he's been breadcrumbing me for a while, but now he's zombieing me, so I'm just over it.
Zombieing?
Zombieing you.
What's that one?
Which one? Yeah, I don't know which one that is. What does that mean?
If someone ghosts you and then they, like, come back from the dead, like they're zombieing you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to clear it up real quick. So at first you felt like he was breadcrumbing you, and then you ghosted him. And then you felt like maybe he ghosted you, but now he's zombieing you?
And you guys, he's using you to zombie me.
Yeah, that's so
Right.
clear.
I don't know what, yeah. I don't know what you call this part. You probably have a word for it, but he's also on the other line listening and wants to talk to you right now. I don't know what that, like.
Resurrecting? Maybe that's resurrecting.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be called.
He's not really on the phone right now. This is in 8th grade.
Yeah, no, he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. And yes, our show's actually is more like 6th grade. But thanks for the vote of confidence.
Hey, I'm here, Ariana. How you doing?
Oh, my God.
What is breadcrumbing, by the way? I don't even know what that means. I was just trying to reach out to you.
Yeah, you weren't, like, actually making solid plans with me or anything, so I just decided to bench you,
What?
You got benched.
Dude.
I get that one.
What?
Yeah, everyone gets that one.
I want to hang out with you, Ariana. It sounds like you have a term for everything.
Yeah.
Bench me? What does that even mean?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to go out, do whatever I want, and I'm going to have you sit on the sideline because you need to make a move.
Make a move?
You're not playing well in the game, so, like, I got to put you on the bench. You know what I mean?
What? I've been playing good. I texted you. I called you. We haven't been able to make a connection. Why are you benching me?
You sound so sad, Ariana.
He shouldn't sound sad. Like, he zombied me.
I mean, zombieing, breadcrumb. I had to write those terms down before. I never even heard of them. But, I mean, can we just, like, talk in English? I mean.
Well, those are all English words.
But Ariana, I mean, here's the thing. When you're using all those terms and you're like labeling everything that he does in a different way, it almost sounds like you're the one playing the game, not him.
I am not playing games. He's the one who is playing games. I've already explained everything that he's done to me. Like, I'm the victim here. Like, I'm benching him.
Yeah, I feel like you know all the terms and you've played this game for a long time now, Ariana, so you know when somebody's playing a game on you. Andy, why would you breadcrumb her like that?
Come on, Jubal.
I was not. I don't know what that means, but I was.
Oh, whatever, you zombie.
Okay,
I mean, Andy, like, to your defense,
Listen, Ariana, he directly told you that you're beautiful in a Starbucks. Like, that's really direct. He tried to kiss you 30 minutes into the date. I mean, like, how much more can he say? Like, I am into you.
I don't know what else I need to say. Like, I've already told you guys everything. Like, what else am I supposed to say?
I don't understand. Will someone just please explain to her that I like her and I want to go on another date and I don't want to be benched or breadcrumbed or whatever?
I'll do that for you, Andy. Ariana, would you go on a second date with Andy? We will pay for it. He does want to go out with you again. He's not throwing breadcrumbs in your face.
He'll name a time and place immediately.
Yes, and we'll pay for it.
Actually, I don't have an exact time or place right now, but I'll text you later for sure.
Yeah.
Set it up.
There you go, Ariana. What do you say? One more date. We'll pay for it.
Do you see what I'm dealing with?
Okay, I mean, this whole time I've been against you, but I kind of get it now, Ariana.
Like, just set a date. Like, we're not getting married. Like,
I know. I want it to be special. I have to think about it.
Yeah, that's frustrating. No, that's a ploy. I'm with her.
I mean, this is all happening. You just said it right now. I can't think of something off the top of my head, but we'll have fun. Trust me. Trust me.
You know what, Andy? Like, you're officially benched right now. If I'm interested later, like, I'll text you.
Oh, man.
No.
Yeah. So you're saying, Ariana, if you zombie him, then you're okay going out again?
Yeah, Andy, I'm ghosting you right now, and if I decide to talk to you again, I'll zombie you, okay?
I'm so confused right now. What's happening?
I don't think you got a date.
Sorry you didn't get a second date, though, Andy. And I think we need to be officially done because I need to go to Urban Dictionary right now and figure out what the hell just happened.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I don't really know what happened with that second date update, but at least now I know what breadcrumbing, zombieing, and resurrecting is in dating terminology. If you missed it, Alex wanted to call Ariana. She wasn't calling him back. They were playing phone tag. She would go away, then come back and everything else. We got her on the phone. She said that Alex was breadcrumbing her.
Yeah.
Like saying he was going to make plans, but never making plans. And then she went away and then came back, and apparently that's zombieing. And there was a whole lot of words that she used.
A lot of terms.
She's been reading too many blogs about dating online.
But the thing is, she was spot on with his behavior.
I mean,
because at the very end, he's like, yeah, I'd love to take you out. Not sure when, but I think it's going to happen.
So he was still doing it. They agreed to not go out. Maybe. Because she said she might zombie him at some point.
That means bring him back.
With all these terms, like, if you tell someone you're dating nowadays, they're like, what is dating?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know what that means.
Are you zombieing? Are you breadcrumbing? Oh, no, we're just dating. What?
Yeah. Are we shillelaghing?
Yeah.
What is that?
That one sounds fun. I would
It does sound fun.
shillelagh.
I would shillelagh somebody. That sounds great.
Why not? Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who breadcrumbed you or zombied you or just didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.